Let me be very clear here tonight. This is a big deal. Number one, all of us, all of you have been lied to by Joe Biden and the Biden administration and their inability to safeguard this country's most sensitive secrets. This is a clear and present danger, a major threat to our national security. By the way, a major threat for our allies' national security. By the way, it gives Vladimir Putin, I know the Biden family syndicate loves to do business with Russia and Putin. It gives them critical intelligence that they would not have otherwise had. And worst of all, it exposed that Joe Biden authorized putting U.S. Special Forces on the ground in Ukraine and lied to we, the American people. We should have known about some of this. They should have at least gone through Congress, and this needs to be gotten to the bottom of. These documents exposed our entire Ukraine war strategy, our level of involvement. It revealed that there are the special forces stationed at the embassy in Ukraine. They gave the location of where our forces are. Well, that means that makes them a target of Vladimir Putin. They uncovered information of U.S. spies that they have obtained about Russia and the UAE's strengthening relationship with Russia. By the way, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, the UAE, they have all abandoned the coalition under Donald Trump, and they are betting on China, not on the United States, to be the world's largest superpower. But while the fallout continues, what's Joe doing? What's your president doing? Well, he's out there touring Ireland, joking about, wishing that he didn't have to return home. Joe, you can stay there as long as you want. You can move into an Irish pub, as far as I'm concerned. Stay there. We will be better off. When asked about the leak today, your president literally just brushed it aside, added a bizarre comment about why I got to go plant a tree. And this should worry every American, because this is a serious, significant, dangerous intelligence leak that never should have happened, but it did. They allowed it to happen. Take a look.
Do you have an update on the leak investigation?
He said that I can do it. Yeah, it's just for Coach Scott.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
We're going to go plant a tree.
How concerned are you about this leak?
Are you concerned about our relationship?
Are you concerned about the leak?
Okay, guys, it's time to go.
Well,
Let's go. Cool, we got to move.
I'm not concerned about the leak because I'm concerned that it happened. But there's nothing contemporaneous that I'm aware of that is of great consequence.
No, Joe is lying. He is wrong. Our strategy for an ongoing war isn't contemporaneous. Apparently, protecting our nation's very sensitive intelligence is not a high priority for him. He's too busy planting trees and visiting castles in Ireland. But we could have guessed that. After all, he let that Chinese spy balloon collecting intelligence and relaying it back to China in real time fly all across the continental U.S., all over Alaska airspace, all over our sensitive military sites. But don't worry, let not your heart be troubled, because while our nation's secrets were being exposed to the world, Joe had a great day in Ireland, where he was chasing balls around at a youth sporting event. Yesterday, he took questions, not from the press, but from children. And even there, his son Hunter, who shouldn't even be there, should be in jail, had to save him. Anyway, and then he was barked at by the president of Ireland's dog. I'm guessing the dog likely perceived that creepy Joe would show up and might smell his hair. Now, of course, well, that all got lost multiple times when trying to pose for pictures, but somehow he also found the time in his busy schedule to make many bizarre, rambling, nonsensical, insane speeches that we've all come to admire so much, that has now initiated and motivated our geopolitical foes to create alliances to basically replace the U.S. as the world's leader. Take a look.
Our history reminds us, our history, ours, yours and mine, reminds us of the responsibilities we have to the president. That should be the president. Our courage, our creativity, our loyalty, our tenacity, and our loyalty again. The only thing I bring to this career after my aged, as you can see, how old I am, was a little bit of wisdom. I come to the job with more experience than any president in American history. Doesn't make me better or worse, but it gives me few excuses. I said, Pop, what do you worry about? He said, you're too much like that guy who led the revolution instead of the guy who was the prime minister. He said, you got to be less like the military guy. They shot him.
She'd look at me and say, Joe, remember who you are. Like, you're a Biden. Like, you know, what the hell is a Biden? You know what I mean? I'm like I'm a, you know. Anyway, thank you all. God bless you all. Let's go lick the world. Let's get it done.
That's your president right there. Now, in fairness, Joe did eventually address the dangers to the U.S., including the most pressing threat that we now have, climate change. Take a look.
The single existential threat to the world is climate change. We don't have a lot of time, and that's a fact. They're even recognizing, finally, everyone's recognizing America.
No, it's not the new axis of evil of China, Russia, Iran. It's not the fact that the Saudis have joined with China, have made an alliance with the Iranians, are making an alliance with the Syrians. It has nothing to do with the fact that Egypt is now aligned with Putin, nothing to do with the fact that we discovered through this document leak, intelligence leak, that in fact the UAE, they too have abandoned us. They're moving towards China. They think China's going to win this conflict because America doesn't have a president that knows what day of the week it is. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.